Hey guys, it's Ashley from Bookaholics Anonymous, and this is another book review. This one is of The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis. So, yay. I'm not actually really, I guess I picked this up because of the synopsis and how it sounded, and it sounded really interesting. And, yeah. So I've only read one other book by her, and it was her one of her dystopian novels, which is Not a Drop to Drink, I think. No, I read that some time ago. So, and this is definitely not a dystopian book. So I will read the first page, which I'm going to try to start doing when I do book reviews. So the first page, it's actually told in Alex's point of view, which there are 3 points of view told in this book. Alex is kind of the main character, I would like to say, but not so much. But anyways, this is the first page. This is how I kill someone. I learn his habits. I know his schedule. It is not that difficult. His life consists of quick stops to the dollar store for the bare minimum of things required to keep his ragged cycle going. His hat pulled down over his eyes so as not to be recognized. But he is. It's a small town. I watch these little exchanges. They evolve in seconds, from I get paid to smile at you to the facial muscles going lax when recognition hits. The price scanner making a feeble attempt to break the silence by making a beep beep when his food goes past. So, that's Alex. And what the story is about is basically Alex, her sister is killed, and other stuff is done to her, and Alex wants revenge, kind of. And that's where the part comes in that says Alex Kraft knows how to kill someone. So I guess we kind of know from the synopsis that something happened with Alex and someone else, and so she's like this. She lives with her mom in a small town, and she's kind of lonely. She's an outsider. She didn't have friends right now, and she just, I guess, thinks a lot about her sister Anna, who was killed, and nothing was ever done. The person that was of interest, they let go because they didn't have any evidence, basically. But, you know, that's not going to stop Alex. So, yeah, we learn throughout the book that she has committed a crime, and nobody knows it's her, basically. And she feels, I don't know if she really feels bad, because she thinks that there's this monster inside of her who, if she gets near anybody, something might happen, or she doesn't trust herself around people a whole lot, so she tries to keep herself isolated. But that doesn't work, because she becomes friends with PK, or Claire, or she's better known as PK, the preacher's kid. And they become friends, and from working at this animal shelter. And then Alex is introduced to other people, and then there is Jack is the other. So there's 3 points of view. There's Alex, PK, and Jack. And you can kind of see that there's going to be some kind of relationship budding in the story as well. But it's kind of like a mystery thriller, but not so much, because we kind of know what's happening, I guess you could say. No, but this is definitely one of my 5-star reads, and I did not expect to like it as much as I did. I don't know why, but yeah, I definitely did. It took me about 2.5 days to finish it, and usually it takes me maybe 4 or 5 days to finish a book if I'm somewhat invested in it. But if I'm really invested and I want to know what happens, it usually takes me a couple of days. And like I said, this took me about 2.5 days to finish, which was really good for me. It's just, I really enjoyed Alex. I know that she struggled with who she was, and sometimes just not having this emotional attachment to people or anything. And I guess in a way I can relate to that part. Not that I'm ever gonna hurt I'm not gonna hurt anybody or anything, but I don't know. It's like you just, sometimes you don't care. You just have this distance from people, and that's kind of how she is. And she's trying to make it better by becoming friends with Claire. She starts hanging out with Claire. She's going to parties with Claire, and throughout that, it's just, she's really smart too. She's more than likely she'll be the valedictorian, and she doesn't want it because she doesn't want any of the scholarships to go anywhere. She wants to stay in her little town because she knows if she goes out, she might end up hurting somebody. And there was other stuff within the story that some people might not actually like to read about, like rape and stuff. Doesn't actually go into detail, and it doesn't actually happen, but there's a point where it starts to happen. So I think that's why some people might not really enjoy that, or would think a little less highly of the book. And at one point, and the character doesn't come forward and say, "Hey, this is what's going on. This is what happened to me." And she should have, because it would have caused other events not to happen. Probably. I'm not saying it wouldn't have, but it might have. It's just, and I wanted it to be a happy book. I really did. But just stuff that happens, and I was really happy for Alex because she was coming out of her shell. She was trying to be somebody and trying not to focus on what she did wrong. But in the end, stuff does happen, and I felt like that's not the type of ending I wanted. I wanted a happier ending, but so yeah. I'm sad just thinking about the ending. Because it looked like everything was turning out for. So I do recommend this book, and if you do have a problem with rape or scenes of it, then I would advise you maybe against the book, because it does have some of that in it. And there is some violence, I definitely I enjoyed the book. I thought it was good. So yeah, I will probably definitely read other books from her. I know she's got a couple of other books out too that I need to read. So yeah, The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis. Let me know if you read it, what you thought if you have read it, or just leave some comments below and I will get back to you. See you guys next time.